Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of Inside the Zone with Mateo. It is July 25th, 2025, and we are about just a week away from the MLB trade deadline, and the trade season has started a little early, as late last night there was a blockbuster trade. 2 more trades happened this morning, and I'm here to break those trades down and what we can expect from our Minnesota Twins coming up at this trade deadline, which is July 31st, 2025. As you can see, it's just about 6 days away. Yeah, it's been a crazy last 18 hours for the MLB, league shakeups, etc. We'll also break down what the Twins are looking at for a schedule-based, who they're playing tonight in Target Field. First pitch around 7 o'clock. So we got you covered for the next half hour, 40 minutes or so. And I hope y'all enjoy this. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you enjoy it. Always look at the post section of my channel, always, every day, in case you might see something. You might have a poll to vote on or some just announcements. Just why not do it if you're on YouTube anyway. Just check out the post section, as well as any videos you may have missed. So, without further ado, let's get into it. What happened last night? It's all started late last night. The Mariners acquired Josh Naylor from the Diamondbacks. It says the Diamondbacks are now going to be selling. It looks like they're out of reach for the moment. And the D-backs just give up. I mean, the D-backs obviously, yeah, they give up Josh Naylor, but they get 2 top 20 prospects. They get left-hand pitcher Brandon Garcia, who was the 13th best Mariners prospect according to MLB.com. And then the number 16th prospect for the Mariners, Ashton Izzy, who is a right-hand pitcher. So you see the D-backs selling. They don't need Josh Naylor. He's going to be a free agent at the end of the season. The Mariners get stronger, especially, they have a great... The first base was one of the key spots they were missing. So Naylor has a 807 OPS, 11 home runs. In his first year with Arizona, he was traded at the beginning of the year from Cleveland to Arizona, but now he's going to Seattle. So now he's kind of played everywhere in all the different time zones, if you will. But yeah, the thing is, the D-backs get 2 top 20 prospects, which is very, very good for them. And then earlier this morning, there were 2 trades with playoff contenders. Both New York teams made a move to beef up their team. The Mets addressed their bullpen problem by trading for left-hand pitcher Gregory Soto from the Baltimore Orioles for, again, 2 prospects. It was Wellington Arencia and Cameron Foster, my bad. They're both right-hand pitchers. The 30-year-old Soto is a former two-time All-Star with the Tigers and posted a 3.96 ERA with 44 strikeouts in 36.3 innings this season for Baltimore. Mets number 19th prospect, and then Foster isn't ranked for their system, but it was still a very good package for Gregory Soto. With the Orioles, they're so far behind, they can't do anything right now. They have to sell some of these bigger contracts, get younger, and they get some good pitching there, especially because they've had so many injuries to their pitching. And then, as you can see, Ryan McMahon is on the move as well, and he's headed to the Yankees. He's going to be wearing pinstripes, and they added a left-handed bat, as McMahon is under contract for a manageable $16 million in 26 and 27. The Yankees have to just give up left-hand pitcher Griffin Harrington. Is in single A and high A. He's played in single A and high A this year. And then Josh Gross, who is a high A player, and he's played some pretty good ball in the high A league. But the Yankees, they get the third baseman they so desperately needed, although they were linked heavily to the D-backs slugging third baseman Eugenio Suarez. They end up with McMahon, who, he has 16 home runs this season and has reached the 20 home run mark every year since 2021. Suarez is a free agent after this season, so now they get McMahon. They only have to pay him about $16 million, and it's a really good move. I like both of these moves for both of these New York teams. I really like that move for Mariners getting Josh Naylor. I like all three of these moves, and it's just really exciting. Trade deadlines and stuff are always the most exciting part, I think, in sports, because you never know where players will go. And one thing is, we don't know where our Minnesota Twins players are going to go, and we have no idea what the Minnesota Twins organization is looking to do. So, therefore, we're going to predict a little things. And I created a tier list of, the Twins players ranked from should be traded, could be traded, 50-50, most likely not, to untouchable. Before we get into that, we're going to look at two of the bigger targets that I think the Twins could end up trading. And what they had to say about getting traded. So it was Griffin Jax, who recently just blown that one of the most disappointing games of the year in LA yesterday. He just fell apart. He's been doing this just kind of all season, but he is still a very good relief pitcher, is one of the best in the league. On getting traded, or the trade deadline, Griffin Jax says this via The Athletics. He said, here we can, oh wait, hold on. I should have it. Yeah, there we go. There you go. You can read it. You can see it here. I'm going to read it. Odds are I'm not going to finish my career here, meaning Minnesota. That's just kind of like the trajectory of a lot of high-end relievers. That's typically the path. I'm emotionally torn because a huge part of me wants nothing to do but to spend the rest of my career here. This is basically all they've known. But at the same time, it's exciting to see. And then another person rumors have been going around is Joe Ryan, because he is going to be a free agent next year and he's going to want a massive extension. This is what he said at the All-Star game. He said, "It's fun for me. July is awesome. I think everybody in the clubhouse gets excited just seeing where guys are going to go around the league. You don't know, and I think that's pretty exciting. And being someone that could get traded, it would be even more exciting." Ryan said, yes, obviously, he said Monday in Atlanta where he was joined by Buxton. Yeah. He says, "I mean, I do love Minnesota. I love where I'm at. So it would be sad, definitely hard to go. But at the end of the day, it's never up to me." And so from that, it sounds like, hey, if you deal me, I want to go to a championship contender, right? He wants to win. But obviously, it's just kind of up in the air. We don't know exactly what the Minnesota Twins are going to be doing, but Jax, Ryan are two people that you could probably get some good prospects for, because I don't think the Twins are going to make the playoff. I mean, I go back and forth because you see the standings, okay? You see the wild card standings. They're not totally out of it, but at the same time, I don't know. It's a really hard. The Twins organization is in a very tough spot right now. The Twins right now sit 5 games out of a wild card spot. They sit behind the Royals by half a game, the Guardians by a game, the Rangers by 2.5 games, and so are the Rays. Then you have the Angels a half a game back of you, and then the Orioles are the next team, which is 4 games back. If you think about it, you play the Royals a lot, you play the Guardians a lot. So if you can at least split those series, right, you would be probably ahead of them just because you're only about a game or half a game back of it. The Rangers are a problem, the Rays are a problem, and then you get the Red Sox. I think the Mariners are going to make the playoffs. The Yankees are going to make the playoffs. And then you got the division winners right now, Tigers, Astros, and Blue Jays. So it's that final wild card spot. It's either going to be the Red Sox, the Rays, the Rangers, the Guardians, the Royals, or the Twins, and the Twins are that last team in it. So you have to first figure out, are we going to sell, buy, contend, whatever? And it seems like from a standpoint, they are going to sell a little bit, but not too much that they are also going to be trying to get that wild card spot. So that's just kind of what it sounds like, but I've kind of mapped out a couple ways that they could end up going with, because there are a lot of good contending teams that need some of these pitchers like Jax, Johan Duran, and etc. That we're seeing Josh Naylor, who I think both of the guys, the Twins, like Duran and Jax, I think he's better. They're both better than Naylor, and they gave up, two top 20 prospects for Josh Naylor. You're saying, could we get 3, maybe even 4 top 20 prospects for these guys who might help another team win, but at this point, we're just kind of trying to get a little better. And there's a lot of top prospects that are ready to be in the MLB right now. The ETA is 2025. I'll show you that in a little bit. So, and same thing with Ryan. Like, you have Lopez, you have Ober's going to be a free agent as well. I want to say I think Ober will take less money. He's still a good pitcher. So you have Lopez, Ober for the next couple of years. And then you have Festa and Matthews and Simeon Woods Richardson for sure. Then you even have Chris Paddock, who you could either put him as a 5th guy, the bullpen, or you could also move on from him. But then if you get some more pitching, then you just need depth at the pitching, because the Twins don't have any depth prospects at depth at pitching in their prospects right now. Like their highest pitching prospect is in like an high A. You need somebody who's either ready for the MLB or ready for AAA, because you need to be able to grow these guys. And if you don't have a strong pitching depth, you're not gonna. I think pitching is really, really important, especially for your Twins, who sometimes don't have the best offensive seasons. But Buxton and Royce are kind of changing that a little bit. But without further ado, who's safe and who could be out? You know, you like that little baseball analogy? Baseball, yeah, baseball analogy. Like who's safe and who's out or could be out. I'm not saying anyone's out for certain, but we're going to look at this. So I spent a little time working on this. Let me pull it up on my screen before I put it up on your screen just to make sure. Oh, there we go. So, yeah, as I said, it goes from should be traded, could be traded, 50-50, most likely not, and then untouchable. Here it is. Should be traded. Griffin Jax, Christian Vasquez, Ty France, Eddie Julian, Willie Castro, Harrison Bader. Could be traded. Danny Coulomb, Johan Duran, Joe Ryan, Justin Topa, Ryan Jeffers, Brooks Lee, Jose Miranda. 50-50, Chris Paddock, Cole Sands, Simeon Woods Richardson, Brock Stewart, Cody Clemens, Desan Kersey Jr., Trevor Larnach. Most likely not is Festa, Lopez, Matthews, Ober, and Wallner. And then untouchable is Buxton Lewis and unfortunately Correa. Correa, my man. My man Correa. I just turned on my pen because I might be doing a little drawing here, okay? My man Correa. He is not performing at a $33 million a year kind of player right now. However, he has a no-trade clause. Buxton also has a no-trade clause, but he's been performing better. And also, quote, he said, I have a no-trade clause. I'm a Twins for life. So, he's going to stay here forever. He likes it here. Buxton and the fans love him, so he's going to be staying here. Yeah. Oh my gosh, hold on, sorry. Ba-da-bum. So yeah. Oh my gosh, bro. What? There you go. All right. Sorry. My bad. So Correa, I would heavily... he would be up there if he didn't have his no trade clause, and that just makes it also just a lot harder to trade, because unless he's at the point where he wants to get traded, it's just not gonna work. So that's why he's on untouchable, and it sounds like he just wants to stay here. Then you got David Festa. Hold on, I'm just gonna highlight some of these. David Festa and Zebby Matthews. If you don't think they're gonna perform well, but I think the Twins do, they're gonna keep him. They think they're the future. Same with Lewis. They're gonna keep him a little bit longer. A little bit longer is a key word here. If he doesn't start performing, he could be a trade. Maybe I'm talking like next trade deadline or in 2 years to come. Wallner, I think they are really set on Matt Wallner as well. And then Lopez, you need a veteran for all these young guys, so they're going to keep him. The 50-50 is where you could see any of these guys go, starting off with Chris. Chris Paddock has not had the best year of his career. He has also not had even close to just an average year. He has had a pretty bad year. However, he is a talented pitcher, and I think you could get a prospect for him. So if you decide to move on from him, I could definitely see it. But if they don't decide to move on from him and they keep him, I would also not be surprised. That's kind of what this 50-50 is. I wouldn't be surprised if they either get moved or stay. Kersey, I think he could also be a DFA. He's good off the bench, but his bat's not there, and he has a good arm. Larnach, he's okay. I think they like him too much, so I think he would probably be down here more. Clemens has been this kind of dark horse MVP for this team. Every time where you need a hit, he kind of just, comes through. He has 12 home runs. I would say for now, for this year, he's down here. But I just put it here because I wouldn't be totally surprised, if he gets moved. Brock Stewart has been solid. I think you keep him around. Simeon, I think you keep him around. Cole, they like Cole Sands as well. You want to keep some of these key pitchers, Sands, Simeon, Brock, all there. Kersey's the only one in this that I could see like, oh yeah, you for sure trade him or you DFA him. I'm not gonna even try DFA. Okay, that's sorry, DFA him. But yeah, Paddock could also probably be up here. I'd say maybe more down there in the could be traded section but it's just kind of all speculation. But then this is then where it gets. Oh wait, come on, bro. Dude, I'm just testing this out. I didn't know you could do this before, and then I tested it out and say, hey, this could be actually pretty useful. But yeah. I mean, you even have kind of like this section too. There. I like that. That's kind of cool. Okay. So the should and the could be traded are big things. You have obviously Joe Ryan. Joe Ryan, I do not believe they will end up trading. Just because they love him but I think you could get some really good stuff out of him. I don't think he's going to help you win. Yes, he could be your ace. I know people are saying it, but there's something about him that I just don't feel like he's the right person for this team. Some stuff he said, he's like, exciting. It's exciting. I wouldn't mind leaving. Like Buck clearly said, I'm a Twin for life and stuff. Like, come on, Ryan. Say better stuff if you truly want to be here. I think that was just a ticket to leave. And they are getting calls from him. I know Boston wants him. I know I heard some stuff about the Mets. I heard some stuff about the Phillies. And those are all teams. The Mets and Phillies have some interesting prospects. So do the Dodgers, who are interested in Duran and Jax. Duran and Jax, you're gonna, besides Ryan, are the people you're gonna get the most out of. Danny Coulomb is just because he's under contract for just this year, and it's same kind of thing with France. France is not doing anything good. You could have Sabato come up. You could have Clemens play first base. You could have Miranda come up play some first. You're paying him a little much. I think he's like making $3 to $4 million. You could just save that up, use that money. Obviously, you're not going to re-sign him, but like you have that money to re-sign guys like Ober if you decide to re-sign Ryan and stuff. It's just Vasquez, France, Julian are all kind of, I wouldn't say duds, but like in a sense they are a dud. They just haven't really worked out here. Vasquez has been here way too long. Yeah, he's had some good moments. He's a good catcher, but still, he's getting older. The catching group is not good. People are surprised. Like, why is Jeffers could be traded? Like, don't they like him? Yeah, they like him, but like, he's not proven himself why he should be this number one catcher. I think in fans' hearts, he would be over here. But right now, he's headed up there, if you will. He's probably headed up there, out of there, rather than there, if that kind of makes sense. But, so who I'm saying right now you can get the most for is probably Jax, Duran, and then Ryan. However, Willie Castro, Harrison Bader are also two very sneaky players that people might pay for more. Castro, he's our utility man. He plays left, center, right field. He plays everywhere in the outfield. He plays third base. He plays second base. He plays shortstop, and then he can DH. And he's so useful that he's gonna be a free agent. I love Castro. The locker room loves Castro. But at this moment, I don't know. He's getting older. I would say look to trade him, get a trade. You could throw him in a trade with Jax or Duran to get a little more out of the deal if people aren't willing to budge. Say, hey, give me 2 of your top 10 prospects or 3 of your top 10 prospects for Jax. They say maybe no, then you counter, you add in like a Castro or a Bader. And I think that the deals would go through. And then you have depth enough. You could bring, Luke Keeshaw's coming back after his injury. You have Brooks Lee if he turns out to. Brooks Lee, another one, could be traded. People are saying, why? We were so high on him last year. He's just not been performing to his best, I don't think. And I think you could also, he's still, I wouldn't say he's a prospect, but he's a young player. You could probably get something for him. And yeah, I think in this state, the Twins are just kind of not rebuilding. They're in a mini rebuild here. They're trying to just kind of rearrange things and get ready to take a division title next year. Because, when we look at these teams in the AL Central, the White Sox are not going to be good for a while, or if ever again. The Royals are, I don't know what's going on with the Royals. The Guardians are kind of, they're a fluke. They just, like, they're either good or they're bad, or, they're not really ever mid. And it's just kind of a toss-up with them. And then you got the Tigers, who have been super good this year. But as you see, that they've gone like 7-17 or something in the last couple of games. And they had like a 17-game advantage at first place. That's dropped down to 8 with these terrible teams like Cleveland, Minnesota, and Kansas City. So I'm saying this division is definitely one of the easier divisions to win. So I'm saying you're not too far away from that. But in a sense, I don't know, do you keep Vasquez? Do you keep Jax? Do you keep France? Do you keep Castro and Bader? Do you even think just let's change a little bit of scenery? Obviously, we're waiting for somebody to buy the team. That would also change the way things go. And the sale is just not really coming. So there's a lot riding on these things. But if I were the GM, I would trade Jax. I would probably trade Vasquez. I would probably trade France, and I'd probably trade Ryan for sure. Eddie Julian had a great rookie season a couple years ago and has been in AAA ever since. That's just all you really have to say about that. Bader, he probably should win a Gold Glove this year. He's amazing. It's just, I think, again, he has that $10 million player option for next year. So if he takes that up, you have to pay him $10 million. And it's like, do you want to pay him $10 million where you could maybe get somebody else in free agency? I don't know. I also wouldn't be surprised if he ends up. I think Bader. If it's Castro versus Bader, I think we'd be keeping Bader over Castro. I like Bader a little more, and I think then he would go down to most likely not getting traded in the next upcoming years. I think they could keep him a little longer term. He's young. He's mid-20s. That's prime for an outfielder. You have Buxton doing his thing at 30, and it's crazy. Okay, and yes, so this is breaking news from the Minnesota Vikings. So if you guys know anything, Justin Jefferson is going to miss a couple days of training camp because he did strain his hamstring. He pulled himself. For those who don't know, he pulled himself from practice yesterday, which was July 24th, 2025. He's going to miss a couple days. Kevin O'Connell says he has avoided anything serious, but will miss about a week. That's just that breaking news. Thank you, ESPN. We appreciate it very much. Sorry about that. Oh, okay. Wow. All right. Anyway, what were we saying? We're talking Bader. Yeah. So Bader Castro, kind of a toss-up if you decide, are we going to try to make a playoff push? Those guys could help you, I think. But if not, probably move on from him. But yeah, Vasquez and France, if you could just dump for one kind of good, maybe even just a catcher at some point to back up Jeffers if you decide to keep Jeffers. I don't think we're going to see that much, but I think we'll see enough to know where the Twins owners are and general managers and stuff are headed going into the last couple months of the season. But yeah, Jax, I don't want to trade Duran, but I mean, it sounds like he's going to get ended up booted. It's going to be Jax or Duran. I think you could get more for Jax just because he's younger. But then Ryan, I mean, if the Twins trade Ryan, a team will overpay. I think we could get 5 or 6 prospects for Joe Ryan. It's going to be a massive deal, if anything. And I'm just excited. It's an exciting time. Okay, it's an exciting time. And you say, Mateo. What if they don't do anything? Yeah, they could not do anything, right? But I'm gonna keep y'all updated. Every day this week from the trade deadline. Anytime there is a breaking trade, I will recap it most days. If there are major trades, I'll get on. I'll film a quick one, and then as of the trade deadline, July 31st, I'm going to be doing probably some sort of a live-ish, not totally live, report of the trade deadline, maybe like of a couple hours before the deadline, and then maybe again right after the trade deadline. Not totally live, but you know what I mean. It's kind of like where if you pop on, y'all can ask questions or whatever, etc., etc., etc. That's what I'm looking for. It's not necessarily anything guaranteed yet, but yeah, the trade deadline, July 31st. I'm looking to do a live there to give y'all updates live because there's gonna be updates the last kind of couple hours all the time, and it's a fun time. So I'm looking to do that. Obviously, things might come up. I might not end up doing that. But yeah, it's going to be a fun week. So, with all this stuff, who could the Twins get? And I'm saying there's some prospects they could get, okay? There are some pretty good prospects. So, there's been a lot of NL teams that need relief pitching, so like Jax or Duran. And then the Phillies have also said they're interested in, what's his name? Joe Ryan. The Dodgers. The Dodgers are reportedly showing strong interest in acquiring Twins relievers Duran and Jax, according to Newsweek and Twins Daily. The Cubs have been reported by USA Today to show strong interest in a trade for Duran and Jax. They're looking for both. Phillies have been scouting Duran and Jax and also Ryan and are hoping to acquire at least one or two of them. The Mets are in need of a bullpen help and have been linked to potential trades for Twins relievers. The Yankees are also looking to add a pitcher and some bullpen help, potentially making them a trade partner for the Twins. I do not want to trade with the Yankees. No way. I do not want to trade with anybody in the AL. I do not want to have to face any of those three pitchers, except maybe in the World Series. And that's a long time away for your Minnesota Twins. So I'm looking here. These are four teams: the Dodgers, Cubs, Phillies, and Mets. Those are the teams we're going to look at their top 20 prospects, see if there's anybody interested. So the first one up is going to be Philly. And Philly has some interesting prospects, okay? They have some very interesting prospects. Andrew Painter, right there is ETA 2025. He's looked really solid. As you can see, he's in AAA right now. He's 22 years old. He's 6'7", 215 pounds. He throws right, bats right. And yeah, he was drafted in the first round, 13th overall pick by Philly in 2021. Yeah, his ETA obviously 2025. His overall pitching grade is a 60. His fastball gets a 70. His curveball gets a 50. His slider gets a 60. Changeup 55. Control 65. So yeah, overall 60. But he's had some pretty good numbers, and he's been one of the best high school arms in the 2021 draft class. His stats over the last 10 games. You want to see the last 10 games? I'll tell you his last 10 games stats. So he did just pitch yesterday. He started that game. He went 6 innings. He gave up 1 hit, 2 runs, 1 home run, 3 walks. Struck out 4. The previous game, then he pitched 5. He gave up 6 hits, though 3 runs, 3 strikeouts. A couple days ago, he had 7 strikeout game, giving up 7 hits, 4 runs on 5 innings. You know, and that's just kind of what he's doing. So overall, in his last 10 games, 61 innings pitched, 62 hits, 35 runs given up, 13 home runs, 18 walks, but 60 strikeouts. So he has this big strikeout total. And that's somebody that the Twins could develop and then bring up some other pitching if you need. But I wouldn't mind if Andrew Painter becomes a Minnesota Twin. And I don't know if this could be probably in a package for Joe Ryan. Philly has offered some trades for Joe Ryan. I think not like exactly, but like they've been talking back and forth. And I think, these are one of your guys, your number 1 prospect. And I think it's just would be, you take the gamble on him. I think I really like him. I've been watching, not watching, but I've been watching some highlights. I really like him a lot. And yes, we're definitely looking at pitching prospects for your Twins if you were to make any trades, because you have enough prospects for other positions. It's really the pitching that you need help with. So I'm also looking at the 6th, right there, the 6th ranked prospect for the Phillies, and Mike Abel. He's also an ETA of 2025. As you can see on your screen, he's 23. He's a year older. He's 6'5". He's 190 pounds. He throws a fastball a lot. He's touching 98 miles an hour for his fastball. He has pitched with Philly a couple times already this year. So, he's already in the major leagues. He's 2-2. He has a 5 ERA. He started 6 games. He's pitched 25 innings, giving up 25 hits, 7 home runs, 9 walks, 21 Ks. People are hitting about 255 off of him, which is not terrible. and his minor league numbers are a little better so far this year. He was 7-2. He had a 1.83 ERA in AAA. He had started 12 games. He gave up 47 hits in 69 innings. His people were hitting 188 off of him. That's just crazy. That shows you how talented he is. He's just settling in with Philly. So another Abel could be somebody we trade for, and I wouldn't mind him either. So Chance could be somebody the Twins target as well. If you can't get Painter and or Abel for like a Jax or a Duran, you could take one of those guys and then maybe like a Chance. Or you also see Cabrera there, the 10th race best prospect. He's 6 foot 145. He's in AA as well though. He has a 3.63 ERA. He's pitched 96 innings, whatever. Yeah, I mean 90 strikeouts. All these pitchers, these top 10 prospects are all interesting people to look at. You also have then their bottom like they're 20, and you guys have guys like Seth Johnson, who's also could be ready in 2025. And then the left-hand pitcher is you could get probably Mavis Graves, left-hand pitcher. He is going to be ready 2027. They're saying, I don't know, you could do that. You could do Alex McFarlane, ranked at 20. You just got a bunch of different options. But, yeah, if you were to make a move with the Phillies, probably it would be ending up for Joe Ryan or Jax, from what I've heard and what I've researched. If you could get Andrew Painter, if you could get Mick Abel, and maybe like Cabrera or Chance. Is it Chance or like what is it? Chase? I don't know. So yeah, one of those guys here. Let me put up the pen here. So yeah, Painter right here. And then you're looking at Mick. And then you're looking at either this guy right here, or more. I would take Cabrera over just because he's ready 2025, as you can see right there. So yeah, that's just kind of, those are the four main guys that I would take from Phillies. And I think you could, as you're seeing 2 to 3 prospects, if you were to do what's his face, Joe Ryan, I'd say you could maybe even take somebody from Phillies, maybe take somebody like Max Kepler back from them, or somebody just similar to him in skill level, kind of like a 6, 7, 8, 9 batting order type of player. You could see a catcher, backup catcher too, if they want to get rid of something else. We don't know how these negotiations are going to go. But yeah, then there's just kind of some similar things for these other teams. For the Dodgers, they don't have as many pitchers, but if you were to give them Jackson, I think that's who I would give them. Jackson Ferris right here, left-hand pitcher, ETA 26. He's in AA right now. He's 21 years old. He throws left. He hits left. He's 6'4", 195. And I just think the Twins need more left-hand pitchers, and that's the one of the perfect guys for that. He has good numbers as well. You could also take a look at River Ryan, my bad. And then you could also take a peek at, some of these other, they have some Asians, and they have a lot of pitchers. If you could maybe even take maybe those 3 right here, those 3, 17, 18, and 19 pitchers. They're ready in 27. It's just for the depth too. I think you're in a mini rebuild, as I was saying. So the Cubs also have expressed interest. I haven't looked at the Cubs as much as I have the other teams, but yeah. Jackson Wiggins, I do know, he's ready in 2026. He's about 6'6", 225 pounds. He did, though, just have his 3rd Tommy John surgery, and that was straight out of college. So maybe not. We don't maybe need some more injury-prone players. Ryan Gallagher. What? Ryan Gallagher is in Double A as well. I mean, he has some good stats. He recently got drafted. He had 88 strikeouts in 77 innings. You know, he's only given up 10 home runs. How many runs has he given up? He's a 3.59 ERA, which is not terrible. The other, I'm also just kind of leaving these prospect lists up for y'all to look at too. If y'all can pause the video, etc. Yeah, there's just other options. You could take some of these shortstop. There's a lot of shortstop prospects everywhere. And then finally, you got the Mets. And one that jumps out to me right away is Nolan McLean. Nolan McLean is in AAA right now. He's ETA, Minnesota, 2025. They were probably going to call him up as a September call-up. He's 6'2", 214. He was drafted in the third round, 91st overall pick by the Mets. And I'm going to just read you all his stats. 2.57 ERA in AAA so far this season. 98 innings. He's given up 72 hits, 6 home runs, 41 walks, though, but 107 strikeouts. Batters are hitting 207 against him. The Orioles took him in 2022, but he did not sign. And then he got drafted again in 2023 by the Mets. He's hitting, some of his fastball is about 98 miles an hour. Sweeping slider is about an 87. Upper 70 curveballs, upper 80 changeups, and low 90 cutters. He has a lot of options to throw. He could be very interesting. So that is Nolan McLean. If you want to take some notes on that, you could look at maybe even like a Ryan Clifford if you want a first baseman. Not a lot of these teams have a lot of good catching prospects. Except I'm not going to pronounce this guy's name. Hold on. Number 19's ranked right here. You can look him up. Here, I'll pull you up some of his stats here. But he's also not supposed to be ready till 2029. He's 19 years old. He's in college right now still. Actually, no, he's in high A. His average is not looking good either. So you could if you wanted, but the Twins have enough catching prospects as well. So that's just kind of what we're looking at, what we're projecting. I don't know. A lot of things could happen with the Twins right now. Here, let me go back to the little pie chart there. I like that pie chart. Or not pie chart, the little tier list there. But obviously, Correa, I think we would listen to calls if he did not have a no trade clause. Unfortunately, he does. I'm trying to think if I didn't talk about really anybody. I mean, Vasquez, France, easy, just like maybe for future prospects or cash considerations, draft picks maybe. But I think we like Wallner. I think we like Lopez. I think we like Buxton and Lewis for now. We can't do anything with Correa. Zebby hopefully will develop. He's on the mound tonight. Oh, that's what we're gonna do. Before we go, the Minnesota Twins today are hosting the Washington Nationals at the beginning of 3 games, and I believe Zebby is on the mound after coming back from an injury. Is that correct? My internet is struggling. Sorry about this. I don't know what's going on, but I believe, I know the game is the Nationals are coming to town for 3, and then The Red Sox then are coming for 3 as well. Oh, yeah. Okay, so yep, Zebby Matthews is making his start. He's 1-2 so far this year. Yeah. Mackenzie Gore, the left-handed pitcher, is on the mound for the Nationals. The Nationals are 41 and what? 61. Twins are 49 and 53, trying to look for their 50th win of the year. And you never know what might happen with standings. Obviously, I'll keep you all updated every couple of days, as it is a crazy. Oh my. We got breaking news all over the place. Hold on, I'm going to pull it up. Yeah, I know, guys. I know my screen capture is keeping. Never mind. Sorry about that. Oh my gosh, bro. Dude. All right. Dude. I don't know if. MLB starting lineups. I'll just give you the starting lineups quick right before we head out today. Here on Inside the Zone with Mateo. Ba-da-bum, ba-dum-bum. And there we go. Okay. So for your Minnesota Twins against the Washington Nationals. Lineups are to be determined. I guess we're too late here. 3:30 Central Standard Time as the game is at 7:10. I don't know. But hope you all guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like it. Hit the subscribe button. Comment down below what y'all think. And yeah, I hope to have more content coming out in the next week or so. I'll take a break probably until Tuesday or Wednesday, probably Thursday. Tuesday or Thursday. It will be the next stuff coming out. Unless, of course, there are some breaking news, then I'll pop on for shortly. But the long form videos will return about Thursday or Friday. Have a wonderful day, everybody. God bless. Peace out.